Welcome to the Eskimo experience. Battery level 120%, firing mode, Frosty.
Dr. Jones checking in with Brother Timmy. How are you, my man?
Yeah, good, man. It's good to see you.
It is. Good to see you also. We're down a member, so Nick called in sick, so I heard he picked up on the weekend, found a new bloke.
Yeah, he had a good time with the boys.
Yeah.
Just all the boys.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's doing, but
all up
half his
there.
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're watching, Nick, hope you feel better, mate, because I know you were feeling pretty good with the boys, so...
Yeah. I mean, you lose your voice. He's obviously having a good time.
That's it. You're going to cop a bit. So, Derek was meant to join us this week, our Vic correspondent. He was going to come in, but unfortunately got called in for work late, so he couldn't join us tonight. So it's just back to the A-team, man. We do without all these ring-ins, man.
We'll go back to the default.
Yep, that's it. So, yeah. How's your week been?
Yeah, interesting. So obviously we came out of lockdown Friday night,
Yep.
but we had to wear masks all week. They've just basically said until Saturday night this coming week, we've got to wear masks outside. So it's a bit of an adjustment. Obviously, we haven't had to deal with that over here. But it's not been too bad. Realistically, with what I do with work, I'm apprentice auto sparky, so we're like up and down in trucks, and I'm kind of by myself. So I don't have to wear it most of the time unless I'm going out to the shop or whatever else. So it's been a bit of a homebody weekend.
Nice.
We had fun with fires over here.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's been in the news, and actually that was right next door to my workshop. The salvage yard that is also a part of our business, that burnt to the ground.
Yeah, true.
Thankfully, they saved the house. So it made for an interesting week with work.
Yeah. Yeah, chaos.
So yeah, it all kind of hit at once. But other than that, still got out to training yesterday.
Saw the picture, you and the STK boys wearing masks under your masks. So
had a couple of actually they wouldn't have been under the masks. It was vigorous exercise. We're allowed to take them off for that. No, we had a pretty good solid drill session. So that's our first proper drill session for the year. So that was really good to get out there and really start dialing a few things in. Had a couple of the Impure guys join us who I don't know if Dwayne's letting this cat out of the bag, but I'm going to let it out of the bag. So Dwayne, they're going to be stepping into one of the other pro teams that I believe he'll be announcing tonight, and that is the Asylum's taking that 10th spot.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting news.
So yeah, they've got a couple of the younger WA guys going over to help them out.
Yep,
I know a few of their set players are stepping away for real life deals this year. So the boys from over here are going to help bolster some of the numbers. So it'd be interesting. It's good to have them out there and whatnot. So
yeah,
as we said, new focuses.
That's it. So, and speaking of new focus, STK 8 out training, STK back at Super Sevens. So
yeah, it's obviously that's part of what precipitated the move of being able to open up some spots for the envious boys to take them. It's a bit sad to be stepping away from you guys, but as I've always said, the only reason I would step away is if STK came back in. And with borders the way they are, I mean, it's still with borders the way they are, we might not even get over to Sydney, which, touching wood, everything, it'll still work out. But international travel's out for us, so the Sevens is definitely the Premier League in Australia to be playing. So
yeah, 100%.
We got lucky. There was a couple of spots.
Yep. So and it is good. Like, you know, when we chatted with the boys last week, we made the point that it's going to be good. It's going to be good to see where everyone falls in Australian paintball, which would be pretty cool. So, which would be good.
Well, it's the thing is, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, for us, we obviously we played over in Sydney a lot, like individually, with our own teams over there. Like obviously Stevie Damo and myself with you guys, and old Turkey down with the Nation, and Dan and Faz with SWAT sort of thing. Yeah. So we've still been around, but yeah, we've made the international travel our priority, and it's. We haven't played since 2014 when it was similar circumstances when we couldn't go overseas. So it's not to treat the Sevens as a default, but yeah, it's good to step back in.
We always talk about the cost of flights for you guys over here, that it's almost cheaper to fly overseas. So why wouldn't you do that option,
Well, and that was the thing. Like I know I had this conversation with you and Jamie. The years that we did Europe, the money was a factor, but it was more so the time away that is what stopped us doing that. It kind of actually worked out pretty similar costings to going through a weekend of sevens.
Yeah.
Just obviously you're playing less paintball, so from WA at that stage, it wasn't too bad to get to Europe. It was about $1,200 to $1,500 return.
Yep.
But what we would spend on the extra travel, we were saving on paint. Whereas for Australia, it's the flip. And obviously, It's not the cheapest to get from WA to New South Wales. It's not terrible, but it's been a factor.
Yeah,
but no, it's going to be nice to step in, and it's going to be great. As much as I love seeing all the Americans, I'm going to really miss seeing Chad and Ryan and all the rest of the guys this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I get to see them later in the year. It's also going to be great to see every team have to stand on their own 2 feet.
100%. So, and
there is no excuses.
There's been recruiting going on for those guys left, right, and centre. Like Marauders just announced that they've picked up Rog. And like I like Rog. I think Rog is a great player. And I'd been trying to get him to play for the Eskimos for little events for ages now. Just because he is a great player. Which is cool. So,
well, I mean, it's going to make for an interesting year. I mean, I would say you guys for sure, probably us, are probably getting seen as the two favourites at the moment. But I mean, you look at SWAT on the weekend at the sevens, at the 7-man, even Syndicate stepping right back up. It's going to be interesting to see where people land.
It'll be.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of, and there's going to be, with the expectation comes a lot of pressure. It's how do you deal with that?
Yeah,
you can have a bad weekend and go from there. And as you guys said when you were having a chat with the new lads, it's cutthroat this year. 3 rounds means that you cannot choke.
No second chances. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Syndicate's roster. Like they had Tommy Scott playing with them, Kyle Bettler. Kyle's an plays for the Eskimos in semi-pro. He sort of wants to step down and back a little bit. Danny Harant was back out. Like, Danny hasn't played for a while. He'd sort of thrown his hands up at paintball and wasn't playing, but he was out again.
Well, I mean, hell, that last year is probably good for those that felt like they needed to throw their hands up and step away.
Yeah, they've had that forced break. So
yeah,
but it'll be interesting to see what their roster looks like. I know Derek, who was meant to be on tonight, he played with them last year as well. At round 1. So. And made a huge impact for those guys. So it'll just be interesting to see what happens with that. It should be good.
As all these rosters get solidified, and obviously you're going to get teams like Marauders actually announce their roster, which is great.
Yep.
It means we have a rough idea who's playing with who. Obviously that'll come back down to then your local intel of who you see at the field playing with who.
That's it. What colour their jersey is. It's exciting, to be honest. It's like that was one thing we felt when we played in 2014 is that we never played our best. Even and we were in every event we played. I think we had a first place finish, 2 second places, and then we absolutely choked at Masters and finished 4th at that one. We kind of threw the season away. Like we were the ones that should have been in prime posse to win the series that year, but we threw it away, and Envious, who were right there with us the whole year, finished the job. So we never felt like we really hit our stride like we would at an international event. Like I always feel like when we went away properly, like, and I say properly to like say Asia, Europe, wherever, that we found an extra gear. Felt a little bit more committed.
It wasn't so much the commitment. It's just, I don't know, the intensity of it just kind of dragged that extra bit out of us. And I don't think we ever found that in 2014. But then that's something I know I found as an individual coming back and playing with like the Eskimos, even when I was playing with Menace sort of thing. So I think we've got that to prove to ourselves. And then it will be interesting to see where we stand with everyone else after that.
I was actually watching a couple of the games from back then. Like, when was it you played with them? Like 2017, 2018?
Played with Menace, 17, 18.
Yeah, I was watching some of the games of you coming down the snake side for Menace.
Doing things I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was
What the
good.
hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
It's usually the guys have all died, and I'm like, oh crap, I've got to go over there.
I've got to go there now.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It was good to
Look,
watch.
it's part of it. It is, but yeah, and that's the fun thing, because playing with SDK, you're going to have the same thing with the roster the Eskimos have got this year. You've got so much talent on that same roster that you're not usually having to step in and be the guy.
Yeah.
Whereas I know when I was playing with Menace, I wasn't necessarily the guy, but I felt like I had to
They sort of
perform
looked at you
to
a
help.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was just, I'll put that on my own shoulders. I mean, that's where you look at Brent Asker that plays for us with the nation team.
Yep.
It's where he really stood up and showed the capabilities he's got.
Yeah.
And it was the same when I stepped over and started playing with you guys. Like, I sort of kept that sort of momentum going.
Yeah. Which is good.
As best I could.
It's best. Yeah. Nice. So we'll go weekend-wise. We did have 7 men over here, which was a great bit of fun. When I got the layout sent to me, I thought, oh, really? That's the layout? What's going on there? So,
and then it played out all right.
Mate, I had a ball playing that layout. It was great.
I was going to say, I watched a few of Mike's live streams that he put out there. Yeah, I must admit, I'm a 7 man myself. I haven't played it in forever. It would have been fun.
Man, it was good. I enjoyed it. And 15 BPS, man, you just can't beat it. We shot some paint. Like,
I can imagine.
We shot some paint. Like, we were 17 boxes deep. So.
Well, there's round 1 for you right there.
Oh, mate, it was good, but it was good. I'm just glad it was spread between 7 people, not 5. So
yeah, that tends to help.
Yep.
So was it? I must admit, as much as I watched some of Mike's live streams, I didn't pay a great deal of attention other than to results. Was it just single point?
Single point, 3 points
beautiful.
a kill, 2 points a body, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, proper.
Yeah, which was good.
Grab, it was end flag, bring it back. Yeah, sweet.
Yep.
So old school 7 man.
Yeah. They did pit it as centre flag, but it was flag at each end and just get it back to your base. So, but that was all right. That was cool.
That was pretty common, especially for the States.
Yeah.
I know for us here in Australia, we tend to play centre flag more so.
It's only keep
Back
cost
when
down
the Super
one
7
flag.
was 7 man, but yeah.
So, but yeah, all good. We come away like we finished 3rd after prelims on bodies on countback. So Syndicate got us by 10 points. Which was, that was a bit disheartening. We did come out, we lost our first game, which was, it was also a little disheartening. And that was, just little things. But we regrouped and we played some great paintball for the rest of the day, which was good.
No, that's good, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Like, have those rough starts, pick it up, go from there.
Yeah, put it back together. Take the positives out of the shit start. So, kudos to SWAT. They won the day, so, and they played some great ball as well, which was good. They dragged Alex Orr back onto a paintball field, which was
I was
good.
happy to see that.
And Rookie was playing with the boys, so which was good too. Rookie played with them 20 years ago and then got out of the sport, and then now he's back playing again, and just filled in with them, which was good. So
it was pretty cool to see actually.
Yeah,
I saw the photo of them and it was just like, holy hell, there's Rookie kicking around. And,
yeah.
Like, I've only met the guy a few times myself, but yeah, I know who he is, and obviously I learned a lot more about him when Scotty was doing his podcast.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I got a lot of time for Rookie. Catches snakes, like he's the snake man. So, which is just pretty cool.
Yeah, Sammy McNamara from this side of the country speaks very, very, very highly of him.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah,
very good. Coming up. Nothing on this weekend. You guys got COVIDed, so probably not much happening there either.
No, we originally there was supposed to be a member day up at Wasp, but that was more for the bushball guys just to renew memberships and whatnot.
Yep.
We officially, so we're out of lockdown. We just have to wear masks outside till midnight Saturday.
Yep.
So Valentine's Day, Sunday, this coming, we're free and easy back to normal.
Free and easy on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's a well-timed day. We'll train as usual. Whether it be Saturday this week or Sunday, I'm not sure.
Yep.
We'll work that out as our team this week and sort of suss out what everyone's got committed to, girlfriends and or wives and whatnot.
Yeah, cool.
And that'll dictate whether we do one day or the next.
Yep.
So no, that'll be us. I believe Stevie's looking towards picking a date out for the first SDK 1v1.
Yeah.
So we are going to be running 4 of those. As I said last week, they're his bag, so he's going to be the main organizer of that. I'd sort of step away because I help organize the NXLs.
Yep.
So I try and keep that sort of gap.
Is he getting more gold jerseys? Is the gold jersey going to be a standard?
We do have a stash of gold jerseys. HK really, like, I cannot speak highly enough of our sponsors and everyone that stepped up to throw. Like, when we showed those gold jerseys off, Mike, unasked for, unannounced, said, "Hey, I've got a gold set of KLRs. I'm sending them over."
Yep. I actually got an email saying send a gold set of KLRs to Stevie. So
yeah, it was. I mean, that was kind of a cool thing. It was like a nice little combo package.
Yep.
But between HK, DLX, Gladiator, obviously helping out with bits and pieces. Like, we've been hooked up with bits and pieces to keep giving away. So we're going to keep having prizes, and I know we're working on some other prizes for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Because like we've had some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to have some more cool stuff to give away.
Yeah, sweet.
So it's nice when the sponsors sort of step in and help you out with running that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, 100%. Makes it easier when you get some help to do it, which is good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and we've kind of got the format of that down now, and so Dan put together that webcast that we had last time. So
yep.
Hopefully I get to commentate again, because that was kind of fun. Just sitting there, just
talking
drawing
about
off with him throughout the day. We have a couple of other things that we want to sort of bring in, but yeah, for a quick throw together, it worked well.
Yeah. No,
a bit easier, cool. I think, doing one-on-ones versus doing an actual full 5-man with too many people to look at and figure out what they're doing.
Yep, exactly. So, and that's, Connolly does that well. He does it real well.
Yeah.
And that was, date-wise, we had to push our city country back a week because it is going to be webcast. But Adam actually had the Australian Championship for pistol shooting. He does pistol shooting.
Yeah.
So the championships were on that weekend that Mike had picked. So, and Adam said, "Well, I won't be here." Yeah, so
that's fair.
Had to get pushed back so that the James Cameron of Australian paintball could put the show on. So, which is good.
No, that's
fair. Is good.
That's more teething time for getting everything right, though, as well.
Yeah, exactly. Gives us a little bit more time to organise the jerseys for the country, which I've sort of taken on the design of those. So we will be auctioning those off before the event. So you can buy one of the jerseys from one of the country players, and it can be your jersey, but it will be worn at the event and then sent to you afterwards. So just a little
non-washed and absolutely soaking wet.
100%. It will be put in a Ziploc bag after the game to retain all the essence. So
you will be charged by a weight rather than the small size of the package.
Exactly. So that will be happening. We'll start getting that organised pretty soon. But it'll be your chance. There's only going to be 15 of these jerseys made. They're all going to have names and numbers on the back. Obviously, it is the country players in New South Wales, and there's some pretty big names in there. And there's some guys that are getting a start on the team with some of the big names that are just getting a chance to blood themselves, which is good.
I'm going to be interested to see that lineup when it finally comes out in the country. See where that Sydney Metro line became.
I have worked pretty hard on it because I did get the job. And I'm just going to a little tease. There it is. That's all you get.
I'm going to go back and pause this.
Yeah, people will, man. So, but that is the country lineup. It is finalised. We do have 16. We're carrying one spare, just in case. And I was talking to Jamie about it because it's 15 man. The story was it's going to be race to 7. And Jamie was a little bit worried about his match fitness, so he had to carry a spare. So,
well, Jamie, it's a chance for you to get yourself match fit. Try and fight your way into that main squad for the Eskimos this year. See, he stood up. He played well for us last year when we got that win.
100%, mate. Everyone did their job.
I'm expecting to see Macca picking up pods this year.
I think everyone will be picking up pods at some stage.
With that lineup you guys have got, yeah, for sure.
Chad might even be doing a pod run. We will, speaking of people picking up pods, we'll go to a guy that does pick up pods a bit. So this is our Who's That Eskimo. So we'll go to that now.
Who's that Eskimo?
G'day there, it's the Ducky here. How are we?
Or Paul as his mother calls him. But he plays with rubber ducky on his back, and he plays with a rubber ducky in his hand. You haven't made one into a barrel sock yet. I'm a bit upset about that.
I'm trying to
All
get
you got to do
one.
is just jam it in the arse, man.
No, I'm trying to get a proper one made up, custom made barrels, rubber ducky barrel
Talk to
sock.
Lachlan Alcott, because he's got one that was, I don't even know what it is anymore. Some little doll that sits on there.
Yeah.
So anyway, what division do you play, brother?
I play amateur division.
AMS. You had a big hiatus, and now you're just back. Last year you came back, didn't you?
Yeah.
For one round.
For one round due to COVID.
It's your fault. That's why we couldn't play. So playing AMS at the moment. Favourite opposition?
Favourite opposition?
Either player or team?
Wicked Assassins, Wicked Assassins guarantee a good laugh.
Yeah,
in
and
paint.
I agree with that. I love playing against those guys. A lot of people sleep on them. They underestimate Wade and Billy, and you can't do that. Even Alex was on fire this weekend. He was playing great paintball. So
that was when I freaking bunkered Bill and Wade.
Yeah.
But
then you're done.
I got him.
What position do you normally play?
Dorito side.
Dorito side, and you play in AMS. And what gun do you shoot, man?
I shoot a DM14 at the moment.
At the moment. I like that. He's going to upgrade. All good. All right. Well, thanks for having a chat to us, brother. And we'll talk to you soon. Well done.
Cheers,
for the games you played. So Paul did his back. So he's a little bit tender. Righto, so we're back. That was Paul, the rubber ducky Ardle. Now, speaking of rubber duckies, I haven't played with one for a long time. I'm a grown man. But Paul thought everyone needed one at the 7-man. So he bought enough rubber duckies for everyone on the weekend, which was quite nice of him. The beauty of that was they all did squeak. So you can imagine...
I was going to say, that's why I've just cringed, just going, I hate it, even when my dog gets the squeaky toy. I can imagine what every idiot Fitz was like.
Just imagine there were like 45 fucking dogs with squeaky toys on the weekend. So, yeah, wore pretty thin. So, anyway, Paul, thanks for being part of the Eskimo Brothers. You've been cut, mate. So,
yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah, head your jersey back.
It's been a good run.
Oh, funny. Paul actually started playing years ago, and he actually played for TPC back in the day. But then he had a little one, started his family and got away from paintball and just come back recently, so which is good.
It's good to hear that someone's, because that's generally what we hear is someone's bought a house or got kids on the way, and that's generally what will take them away from the sport. It's really good to hear when someone comes back.
100%, so which is good. And since we did that, so we did talk about in that him wanting to upgrade, and he was going to upgrade. He did upgrade to an LV 1.6, so he had that out on the weekend. Although something funny, we couldn't get LV 1.6s shooting 15 BPS. So
wasn't the issues with LV, just the LV platform having a few gripes on when it's on, only when it's on ramping. When it was on semi, it used to be able to have no dramas.
I never had a problem with my LV ones when I had them. The ones at the field at Action all shoot 27 balls, and there's never been an issue. But what would have happened, same as what happened with the CS1, because NXL 12.5, everything's 12.5.
10.5 actually.
Yeah, why do we have to make it go that fast? That's the thing. So and John Caruana played with it for an hour trying to get it, dwell tuning it, doing all those things to try and get it right. And man, he could get it to shoot 13.5 balls, but it was 170 feet per second. So you can have the rate of fire, you're just not going to have any range. So
get up and close.
Yeah,
a bit hard when you're squeaking all the way up there.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, so just something a little bit. So we'll watch this space. I'll get you more info on that when I hear more. There's an email being sent to Jack Wood at Eclipse. So when I hear more,
look, Eclipse will solve that in about 2 seconds. But as you say, it's not speed of a marker anymore. Is not the driving force.
No,
Hasn't been for a while, and I think outside of the Super Sevens, does the CXBL still run 15?
I don't think so. I think we're the only ones.
Yeah, see, I think sevens. There might be one in South America, if that, and yeah,
it's just
the way the world's gone. I mean, look, personally, I prefer the little bit slow. If you're gonna ramp, that little bit slower, I prefer. I got used to playing 10.5, so I like 10.5 now.
Yep.
Flip side though, I shoot someone at 15 balls a second. I know I'm shooting them.
Yeah, it's very hard to
there's
watch
no
for
buts.
So.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even that. It's just I know the gun's pointed there. There's enough balls going there. No one's going to slip between the lane.
Yep, 100%. So, and that's it. So, but yes, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. So,
yeah. Oh, look, as I say, it's a minor thing, and for an event like that, it's the best time for it to pop up.
Yeah.
It does prove the point, though, guys. If anyone buys new gear, doesn't matter who makes it, where you bought it, whatever, run it and test it at your tournament settings.
100%. Always.
So if you're playing over here in WA, we play 10.5, proper like full NXL rules.
Yep.
Test them at 10.5. If you're going to go over to Sydney,
I
jack them back up to 15 balls a second. Make sure they can do it.
I talk to guys over here and they train at 12 balls who, they play pro, they train at 12 balls. I'm like, why, man? Train at what you play at. Shoot the best paint you can. Don't, there was some cheap paint going over here. Well, I think it was like $35 a box, but it was oily and it was a bit rough. So people bought it and they bought a bit of it and they've stockpiled it. And I'm like, you're never going to shoot that paint in a tournament.
So it's gotten worse.
Yeah. But, if you're going to shoot paint, I actually have a bag sitting right here. Shoot the best paint you can get, man. And just always shoot the best paint you can get. And that was a tip given to me by Adam Connolly, man, who was, I always listen to what that guy says about paintball. Yeah. It's not many that are in Australia that are world champions. So
No, and look, I get if you've got strict budgets and all the rest, and you can only afford so much, so be it. But buying, I mean, $35 a case is pretty attractive. But if that means you're buying squidgy Maltesers that have been picked up off the ground, you yourself are not getting anything out of it.
One of the young kids bought a box of this paint, right? 14 years old. I understand where he's coming from. No harm nor foul. He was there cleaning paint for 45 an hour. We've gone out, shot a box of paint, and we're out of there. And he was still trying to clean his paint back. And that, I think that's where it's doing more harm than good, when people are losing game time to clean paint, and then
look, oily paint is one of those things that it will happen. Doesn't matter how high a grade it is, you're going to encounter it at some point in your career.
Yep.
But you deal with it when you have to deal with it. If you have a choice and it's there, pick the better paint.
100%.
It's pretty simple.
Yep.
Because time on field is the most important thing.
100%. So time on task. Speaking of time on task, mate, we're half hour done. I'm gonna say thank you for having a chin wag. Back to the 18.
It's been nice. I was going to say it's nice to have a proper chin wag, not having to trying to interject and play the dance with 3 people, and worse when it gets to 4 people.
I don't know how we're going to work that yet. I don't know.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be right.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Probably have a couple more of these throwbacks, just one-on-one sort of stuff when we've got a topic to talk about.
Yeah, so which would be good. So very good. Sure. We thank you all for listening. What's that? 6 and 1.
Yeah, 6.
So ticking away.
I am officially going to lose count after this because I just know Monday I get to have a chat with you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I am gonna. We need to have a chat about something. I am going to have a go to this website just quickly on my computer. and we're going to have a chinwag about something we're doing to help out, because none of this is free. It does cost money to do a podcast.
I was going to say, you're the one talking out.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, I've said it before in my socials and everything. The man on screen with me now is the one that is the brains, organizer, editor, everything of this thing. I just get to sit down and have a chat. It makes my life easy.
You just come in for a chat, mate. That's it. So
I use my work light to bloody light the thing up. I haven't bought anything for this, so it's sort of, come in, have some fun.
it's all good, man. We do this because it is one thing to help out and get some info out there, and it lets us have a chinwag. However, no amount of volunteering or doing stuff for free makes it free. And we do have to cover costs. So if you could jump on the website, all the W's, buymeacoffee.com/Eski Couch, and help support us. Buymeacoffee.com, look for the Eski Couch. And it is just literally buy me a coffee. It's not like Patreon where you have to sign up and do a thing where you pay us every month. It is literally go in, flick us $5 to say, hey, I really enjoyed the show. Good job, boys. Have a coffee on me. And, it's just nice and easy like that. So, all the W's, buymeacoffee.com/Eski Couch. Found it. Whew.
Easy.
So
there we go.
we're in. All right. But go there, flick us $5 for coffee. Help out, guys, because it does cost money. And I'm not worried about my time. My time doesn't worry me, but the actual hosting and getting it together. So help us out, guys, if you're enjoying it. And we'll continue to make it happen. All good. All right.
Sweet.
6 in the bag.
Excellent.
All good. All right. Well, we'll talk next week. And guys, get out there and shoot some people in the face if you can.
Yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Done. See ya.
See you guys.
Powering off.
The button.
All right.
All right. So